What's up YouTube? I'm back with another video, and before we get started, if you can hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and thank you. So, Suicide Squad Killer Justice League player base is basically dwindling, and there was an article by PC Games talking about how the player base of Suicide Squad Killer Justice League has less than 1,000 players currently on Steam, and so at the time of the article, it was around 945 players. And it jumped back up to around like over 1,000, like 1,500 and so whatever, and it's like fluctuating between 1,900 to like, you know, a little bit under 1,000. And basically this game is dead, okay? Because after you beat the story, from what I've seen, the end game missions are just the same 3 missions cycled together, and it's pretty boring, and it's pretty much dead in the water. And so unless you're paying for like different costumes and just waiting for the DLC to drop for the different worlds, there's pretty much nothing else to do after beating the story. And it really goes to show how much a story matters in the game, because let's say the story is more enjoyable, I feel like people will be more inclined to replay a story over and over again. I think that's the reason why Borderlands 2 is so successful. Like, the end game is great, the farming for weapons and legendaries is also amazing, right? But the story itself is enjoyable. That's why people hate Borderlands 3. Like, replaying through that game is a slow because there's moments in the story where it's like unbearable. PC Games and also dropped some few like statistics or whatever. Suicide Squad has fewer active Steam players than Batman Arkham Knight, which came out about like 10 years ago, which is very depressing, because if a 10-year-old game has more of a fan base than a game that just dropped, like even with good reviews, it's like, bro, what is there to do here? And then also Suicide Squad Day 1 Steam player base peak was less than half of Marvel's Avengers. And Marvel's Avengers was hype, but people were cautious of the always online looter shooter, basically not a looter shooter, but you know what I mean, model as well. But the fact that they had less than that is absolutely insane. And so they have statistics here of when Marvel's Avengers launched on early access September 4th, 2020, it peaked with 29,916 players, and then it decreased at an average of 1,000 per month. And February 2nd, 2024, when Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League dropped, the peak was about 12,000. So they're cooked. There's not much we can say. This game, they're never going to get to their full deal. They're talking about 13 Brainiacs, 13 seasons, or if each season has like 3 to 4 Brainiacs in it, you're talking about like 3-4 seasons at the most. Then this game is not going to get to this full cycle. They're not going to, WB is already trying to save money. They're going to put more money into a game that isn't receiving the dividends back of having players invested in spending money for years and years to come. It's not going to be a Destiny and stuff like that. A way to revive this game later, because they're still trying to get maximum sales, because the game just dropped like, what has it been, like 2 weeks, and it's already like it's cooked. But maybe in a month or so, because no one's spending like full price for this game, they can put it on like a PlayStation Plus or like a Game Pass and stuff like that. Man, listen, or Epic Game Store buys it and it's free. Hey, I hop on it when it's free. I'm not spending money on this. You're out your mind. I think that's the way people like change the model for it to be free to play and stuff like that. I think that will bring a lot of people, have people that weren't initially interested into playing the game and trying to see if they want to stick with it, because there are some people that thoroughly enjoy the game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cap and say, oh, unanimously everyone hated this game. There are people who enjoyed the game for the gameplay. You know what I mean? The story is kind of like mostly negative, but I understand people's point of view. It's like, I enjoyed playing this game, playing as these different characters and stuff like that. But if they want to keep this like train going, I guess you have to cut that price point 70% at most. $10 is the max I would spend on this game. So, but let me know what y'all would do to fix Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. If WB came to you and was like, hey, I need y'all to fix this game, we need to bring players back so they can spend money, what would you do? What characters would you add? I always say General Zod, like more meta villains, you know what I mean? Like characters that aren't just shooting, that can't use guns, you know what I mean? Use different abilities and stuff like that. I think that'd be fire. But those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what y'all think, and I'll be in the comments. Peace.